We are back. News Radio 840 WHAS, the Tony and Dwight Show, brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Blue lights across the bluegrass. Delores Jones joining us along with her trainer, Madison. And she's actually 10th in the world. What an accomplishment. I'm going to talk to Delores in a second. But first, Madison, I got to ask you. You train a lot of people. You don't just train the 10th strongest woman in the world. You train lots of people. How many of those people want to do the 5:30 in the morning workout? Do you have any guys like me that say, I'm going to go to Quizno at about 8:30 and then I'll be there? Is everybody one of these 5:30 overachievers?
We actually have some overachievers that get there at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And they call themselves the Ball So Hard crew. Yeah. And so when we show up, we're just barely creeping in.
Do you just leave the bar stool and go straight to the CrossFit Center? But don't get mad at me. You do look mean. Delores,
By the way, she looks very pleasant.
She's
for everyone
beautiful.
out there.
No,
She's
let me tell you.
beautiful and
You're
in
beautiful.
shape. Yes.
You're beautiful, but I got to tell you, I told you when we were during the break, I said, man, I could see where you could kick somebody's butt.
Yeah.
Well, you need that when you want to get a trainer and you're serious as this. Not everybody, obviously, is training to be the fittest person in the world. Some people are just trying to achieve certain goals. So CrossFit is great for that. Mm-hmm. A lot of super gyms now have a CrossFit area. Right. And it's different. It's body weights, exercises. Give me one or two exercises that you're working with her on to get her to where she wants to be.
Well, the thing about the CrossFit Games in particular is because so much is unknown, we have to try a lot of new things. We went out to a ropes course recently, so she did a high ropes course, and we have also been doing a little bit more strongman.
What does that mean, high ropes course?
At the DeSoto School, it's like Discovery School of the Outdoors. So she was up, she was rock climbing. She got to the top and was doing some like rope climbs across.
Because that forearm, she has to be able to grip, because so many of the things they're going to ask you to do is that have that gripping power, right? To either hang or carry stuff, right? Yeah. What else?
She also has been working a lot with our sandbags. We have these sandbags that are starting at 100-pound sandbags, and so she's been carrying those.
Now, I work out, but that sounds miserable.
On, man.
Oh, yeah, she hates it.
Do you do the tractor tire where there's a 20-foot tire and you got to go flip it across the parking lot? Is that part of the CrossFit, too?
Yeah, you never know what they're going to throw at you.
Here's what I'm also going to say. I think Delores probably has... You are in tune to your body. You probably, all these years of working out, track in high school, cheering in high school, right? You know when something's not feeling right or you've overdone it, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you know if an injury's on the way, pretty much.
I don't know. I'm not.
Is ibuprofen your best friend?
No.
You don't take ibuprofen?
Rarely.
Really?
She's tough.
Rarely.
Look at her.
You know what? I don't ache. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So a lot of people, who are 40 years old and they're like, oh, I can't get out of bed. I don't ache. I have to tell you, I rarely take ibuprofen.
I know.
My buddy calls him Ranger Candy because he's a former Ranger. He eats them by the handful.
Here's what I'm going to ask you, because I know this about you. I know you're a very spiritual person. Mm-hmm. How hard do you lean on your faith when you're training? Is it a pretty big cornerstone, or does it even play a factor?
Oh, it plays a giant factor. In fact, when I'm in the car driving to CrossFit, so often I listen to Joel Osteen because he is very positive and he gives you a lot of principles. But, there's different Bible verses. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. There's all kinds of, it depends on the day, depends on what's going on. But, I definitely rely on that. And I have to say, back when I broke my shoulder and still did the run, swim, run, I swear there had to be angels carrying
with a
me.
broken shoulder.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. And I'm not. I've never swam in open water like that for that kind of distance. And for me to make it and not drown and then have a broken shoulder, that is nothing but God.
Well, listen.
And yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, listen. Much respect to both of you, Delores Jones. 10th fittest in the world.
Well, good luck.
Trainer Madison.
And real quick, your husband is very supportive. He works out with you. Does that work? Does that happen?
No.
Oh, he doesn't work out with you?
That sounds like my family.
My husband. It's like, I've been in the NFL. I've been there. I've done that. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Hey.
There's no interest.
I'll hang with him. All right,
when we take a break, I want to thank you ladies for coming on tonight. We are going to do a couple push-ups with Dwight, though.
I did hear from Angela Leach. She's in a meeting. She's going to be trying to call us, and I want to let you know Perry Scroggins will join us in the 7 o'clock hour.
Super.
Doing some good for the neighborhood, and we're going to talk all about that.
Coming up next. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming in.
iHeartRadio.